Are live at the Candlelight Vigil for Ollie Brooks in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Ollie Brooks being the one that was tasered to death by the Tulsa Police Department by Tulsa policemen Ham and the other one I mentioned before. There's a number of people here. They have lit their candles already. People are talking and signing the card for the Brooks family. And this was a warrant served at the Motel 8 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 11th and Garnett. An out-of-county warrant, an outdated warrant for the simple misdemeanor of jaywalking. Mr. Brooks lost his life. There are other ways to serve warrants at his home, not in an undisclosed, unsecure place such as Motel 8. I am without words. This is a wonderful outpouring, however, at this place, this Candlelight Vigil for the Brooks family to honor Ollie Brooks. Can I use that pen to sign that? Thank you. I'm just going to sign my name. Let's see if I can just put things down here. Thank you for holding that for me. I'm about ready to take my shoes off as well. Okay, let's see if we can put this up here so it doesn't slip off. Let's see. Right there. You think that will work? Thank you. Alright. So, let's see if I can put my camera down. Oh, cute little baby. That's a cute little baby. So I'm going to walk around and talk to people and get their thoughts on the matter. And get some pictures over here if I can. If I may. Excuse me. Let's see here.
In the back part, yeah.
Let's see if I can get.
Just come on back.
If I can. There.
I mean, you know, like you doing just good ideas, man. You talk. It don't matter what you say. You obviously supposed to be able to control your time. It don't matter what you know.
And we are live on Political Woodstock Media at the Candlelight Vigil for Ollie Brooks to support the family of Ollie Brooks. We thank you for listening and supporting the Brooks family. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get some video of this. Come on. Oh, this camera's so slow sometimes. Alright, there we go. And we are live at the Candlelight Vigil for the family of Ollie Brooks. Live. We thank the community for the outpouring of love. Again, this is the Tulsa Police Department that did this, and we thank them. Thank them so much. I wanted to offer my condolences. I am so sorry. My name's Angela Ollie. I'm with Political Woodstock Media. Just my own independent thing. And I went to that press conference that the chief had on Friday. I was hard to put my words together. When I heard him laugh at one point, my name is Angela Ollie. I have a Facebook page. I'm a friend of Mark Lewis's, and if he knows in comments, I put it public, but I put my video of the press conference. So it's not the best. For some reason, the volume. My oldest child had took the video, and we're learning. I'm doing a live podcast right now. So trying to get any knowledge out there. Yeah, and it's important for people to hear, because this has to stop. Fear kills. I even asked the chief about, pressure point. You can put pressure on those trigger points when the person falls. Mr. Spock. The Spock hole. That's what that was. Putting pressure on those points. Why couldn't they do that? And he said they're trained to do that. the tasers are too. I'm not doing any. Oh, it is recording. Stop that. I'm sorry. I got in your bellies. I apologize. I'll raise that. Sorry. But this camera's new and I'm learning. So. Oh, look at that picture. That is adorable. Oh, goodness.
I don't think it was Yes, it was. I saw a big one. I didn't see one with
Mark will know how to get those on the AP wire. The more you get his picture out to show his humanity, I think the better. Mark Lewis, you guys know Mark, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good at that stuff.
Yeah, we should appreciate him too.
Yeah, that's good. So I've been following this since I found out. Mark had asked me to go down to the press conference. So because they don't realize I'm with the group, so I won't get hauled in. So that works. Well, I know you got a lot of people to talk to, but if there's anything we can do, you let us know. You got a good attorney, though. That I know for certain. She is good. She is good and kind and compassionate and wise. Yeah, sometimes attorney can be good but not wise, and she's both.
He never even got went to court for it. Interest was a fine. This is 25 years later.
I know, right? This is the stairwell. All right. I'm going to let you talk with people. I don't want to bother you too much, but thank you. All right. Step away. That was the family of Ollie Brooks. I got to learn how to make sure this camera's off so I won't use the battery. Turn it off. You get some water. You'd think the media would have been here. I mean, this is a pretty big event. It was a Tulsa police officer that murdered Ollie Brooks. And it is being treated as a homicide. Absolutely, it's being treated as a homicide. Hey, George.
Hello.
I'm doing my podcast. Anybody want to voice any thoughts?
Yeah, I do. If it wasn't for his ancestors, his life today would have had no meaning.
What do you mean by that, George?
Good to talk to you. Good, glad you're here. See you again.
His ancestors were very important.
But what about his life as a whole? I think he turned things around. He had a good business. He was a loving grandfather.
Yeah, he learned to be family.
Okay.
From his ancestors.
Well, that's
From
true.
his ancestors, he learns these things.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I see your point there, George.
See? So if it wasn't for his ancestors, his life today would have had no importance. Look at the people who are here because of
family.
This,
yeah,
which
his
is family. Now,
True.
how many are blood family?
I don't know.
Not very many. But
I have no idea.
So that means that's his family.
Extended family.
Extended family. So
People
family,
he touched. That's family.
So that's family, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the name that makes it family. It's not the blood that makes it family. It's the togetherness that makes it family.
This is true.
We all have
Sometimes
the
you
same
choose your family.
Right.
Now, I'm sure he mentored a lot of people after.
And he touched a lot of people, and these people were here. And there's more than just these people. This is short notice.
This is true. It's been good, though. It's been good.
So now you understand better.
Well, no, I was just trying to understand what you meant by his ancestors.
That's what I meant.
I was just trying to
You
clarify.
understand that?
So that people that don't know you,
Right.
that kind of understood what you were saying. Walk around a little bit. Got to get back to my family pretty soon. We got a lot of stuff to do tonight. Been cleaning and stuff. But this is nice. Nice to see people. It's good to see you, George.
Good to see you too.
I'm sorry that it always seems to be events like this, though.
Yeah, right. It's always these events.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was happy to see that he did get sentenced. Robert Bates, I've been talking about that some. I'm very pleased to see that. was looking for my water. It's right in my hands.
Yeah.
What did you think of the sentencing?
I thought it was very good. She was crying to the judge because he got caught.
She was in pain. I mean, that's obvious.
Well, it's because he got caught. And she comes from the generation to where anything her husband tells her must be the truth. Mm-hmm. So she was not told the truth.
Oh, no. You could tell that she was sheltered.
Very sheltered.
But,
and her crying was mostly because he got caught.
It was histrionics at its best. Right. Definitely histrionics.
And when he was talking to the judge crying, it was because he got caught.
I could not hear what he was actually saying because I was on the back.
Well, you don't need to.
No, I was getting ready to ask you a question. Did it sound like he was taking any sincere accountability? I doubt that he was. Or was he just sorry? Was he trying to get out of it?
He was sorry because he got caught.
Okay.
He never said, Judge, I got caught. He didn't say it like that. But from his demeanor, it was because he got caught, not because he's sorry for killing the guy.
And we heard him when he was trying to get bail post-sentencing, or post-conviction. And he pretty much was saying, oh, my knees, oh, this and that.
It's all about him.
That's right. He was a narcissist.
Nothing about the family.
That was just
It's all about him, which is trash.
Absolutely, you're right.
When he was talking about his health failing because he has diarrhea, everybody goes to David Omas has diarrhea. Everybody.
You don't have to yell at me.
Well, I was just trying to make that as a point.
Okay, and you just blasted my sound.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to make a point.
Right. No, I got you.
I meant everybody.
Everyone has the same conditions at Moss. That's right.
Right. Everybody has
and that's the Tulsa County Jail.
Right.
That's what he's referring to.
Yeah.
And the murderer was complaining.
He was confirming on himself like he is the only one that went through that.
Like poor pitiful having suffer.
Right. I need a better mattress than what's up there.
It's a thin mattress, so if you defecate or have an accident,
the point is it was all about him.
Right.
About the way he's been.
It reminded me of Good Morning America. Remember when he was on Good Morning America and he talked about the worst thing that ever happened to him was cancer, and then he corrected himself. First he apologizes to the Harris family, and then he goes, "This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me." My jaw just dropped and hit the floor a couple times when he said that. The worst thing that happened to you, Mr. Harris will never have a chance to wake up again.
Well,
he has many chances.
His son won't have a father.
Absolutely. And this is the type of mentality that we're dealing with in the city of Tulsa, especially with the Sheriff Department and now the Tulsa Police Department. I believe it was Officer Ham that did the destruction. I'm trying to be delicate here because the family is here, but he's on suspended leave. And I listened to and was at the press conference that the chief of police did, and he kept on saying that the attorney was wrong, the attorney was mistaken, and he was referring to the attorney for the family. And he couldn't tell us what the warrant was for when he knew full well what the warrant was for. It was for jaywalking. It wasn't even for the county of Tulsa. It was for a different county. This was justice gone deadly. Justice gone deadly in county of Tulsa. I'm hoping that he will be held accountable just as it was in the Tulsa County Sheriff Department.
So this was jaywalking from a different county?
I don't want to say it too loud. I'm offending earshot of the family.
So,
they're well aware. I don't want to.
So this was from a different county?
Yes, sir.
That there was
It was an old warrant.
There's a bench warrant. How far back does it go?
I believe Mr. Brooks had served time in 2001. They could have took care of it then.
Oh,
we're talking almost 20 years ago.
20 years ago. Oh, it's almost 20 years.
And misdemeanor.
And he served time 2001. They could have taken care of it at that time.
That is how gross neglect this is.
Wow.
And when they first did a taser, it has two prongs.
Yeah.
It didn't attach to the clothes correctly, so they did it again.
Right.
Yeah.
They called it a misfire.
Yes. And what shocked me is that the chief of police told me when I asked that his troops, his people, were trained in what he called it combat warfare, is what he called it, which means that they could apply pressure on the trigger points. which would cause a person to go down. Now, I don't think a 64-year-old man would be that combative.
No.
I think they could have caught him and just put their fingers on a trigger point and caused him to go down rather than to risk